scanning technology to health facilities. And for anybody out there that doesn't know about Amazon's Palm payment, they have been rolling this out at locations like Whole Foods, where people can use biometrics to exit the store with their products. So they can make a purchase without handing over cash, without handing over a credit card. And all they have to do is have their palm scanned, their genetics scanned. This is biometrics. We've even seen some retailers out there doing this now with retina scan, being able to go up to the cashier and have their eyeballs scanned as a way of payment. This is what we're headed towards. And I'm talking about this now when it comes to the health facilities, because we know about Amazon having the ability and using this technology at stores. That's not new news. But what is new news is hearing that now you could go to the doctor's office and instead of getting out a credit card, instead of getting out your health insurance card, instead of getting out your license and letting them scan your license, now you could just have your palm scanned, and all that information will go directly to the interface that the doctor's office is using. And this is a big deal because this is more preparation for a digital ID. And when you hear about the digital ID is not physical, obviously, it's digital. And it might start off as something where it's just a picture of your license on your cell phone screen, but eventually this is all embedded in you. Just like the same way you would check out at a store with the Amazon Palm payment, you will be walking in and out of stores and your body will be scanned, because this is going to be embedded in your genetic code. So for people that don't know, the digital ID has everything in it. It is a comprehensive digital identity.
All right, I want to start off by giving all praises. Let me say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Racha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. All right, shalom to you few sisters as well that do tune into the lesson to get edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, now you seen the video, played a little bit in the intro, and let me just, give a hand. Good news, good news. What is it? Hand palm scanning at the health facility, right? So this means that when you go to your doctor, especially when it's probably going to start with the elderly, because it's going to be so convenient and easy, and those that are, maybe not able-bodied, probably handicapped, of course. They're gonna be scanning their hand. Now, this is good news because this is the initial step to change the way that you buy and sell, to change the way you identify yourself. And we already knew, because we preach and prophesize this throughout the scriptures from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakadash, that this was going to come to pass. And eventually you're going to have to take that micro C-hip, which is the micro chip, right? And it's going to be, underneath the skin, which is the M.O.T.B, which is the mark of the beast. Revelations 13:16, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or in his forehead, and that no man might buy or sell. And so, as we continue to prophesize and push out this news, just covering news, reporting it where we see it, when we see it, where we see it, is thinking about Habakkuk, stand upon my watch, wait to see what the Lord will say unto me until I'm reproved, right? Make it plain upon tables for him that run that readeth it. Now, for those that already know, if you're not locked into the spirit, you would be like, oh, well, okay, right? But if you locked in, this is some great news, because they're taking another step.
Stored on a device like
they're taking another step to force you, to cause you to go, in a way where you have to identify yourself with something that deals with your body. You know? Now, regular Jake, you know, Edom, gonna get used to, you know, this convenient of identifying yourself, making life more easier. So let me continue on in the video. He says a digital ID that has everything in it, right? Because that's what they're rolling out, the digital ID. It says refers to a comprehensive digital identity stored on a device like a smartphone, right? Encompassing all personal identification details such as driver's license information, passport details, medical records, banking information, right? Voting registration, and potentially even biometric data. So yeah, your body becomes the identity. Now this is game changing, because when your jobs tell you to, you know, smart ID, put your hand, iris scan or whatever, just know that, you know, there ain't gonna be no other way in order to survive and live in this wicked society, right? And all of you false prophets gonna be known. You know, they're making the move to where there is no other way to identify yourself. There will be no other way. So this means that when he calls of all, right, that force. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick, because I'm just very curious real quick. Real curious. Right? The word cause, which means to make. It's a Greek word.
Strong's G 4160. Poieo. Poieo.
It says to make. To make. With names of things made to produce, construct, form, fashion. So they're changing the fashion in the way of how you live. You no longer ID, pulling out a card, showing the police officer your driver's license. You know, I'm pretty sure the police will come up with some type of scanner, you know, to make you identify yourself, right? So it says to make, with the names of things made to produce, construct, form, fashion, etc. To be the author of the cause. To make ready, to prepare, to produce, bear, shoot forth. Okay, so basically to make. Now it's a lot here. I'm just curious, that's all. You know, simple look up. That's all. To make or to do. Right. So it's to make, basically to force. Yeah, to force. There's no other way. Revelations 13:16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or on his forehead. Now this is when you receive the mark, which when you go into that Greek word, you go into that word mark, it's a Greek word, and it says charagma. All right, charagma is something that is embedded, branded underneath the skin, and that's that micro C-hip. All right, and it said that no man may buy or sell, right? So you won't be able to live, identify yourself, buy, purchase things, commerce, money. You won't be able to do none of those things, all right, without it. So we're very close. We're very close. All right, the Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahweh shot. So let's continue.
Smartphone, encompassing all personal identification details such as driver's license information, passport details, medical records, banking information, voting registration, and potentially even biometric data, allowing a user to verify their identity across various online and offline services with a single digital credential, often managed through a secure digital wallet app. Keep in mind that mentioned right there, a device like a smartphone. The transition from the smartphone to the brain-computer interface, right? Elon Musk, Nokia, Apple, these big corporations are already talking about how smartphones are going to become obsolete.
Right.
And brain-computer interfaces like Neuralink are the way forward.
At the World Economic Forum, I don't know the guy's name, but he said by the middle of 2025, I guess the summer of 2025, we will not be using any more passwords. You know, so passwords to your phone, passwords, you know, that you might, you know, put in wherever. He said we will no longer be using passwords. So they rolling this thing out.
So think about that. When they say smartphones are going to be obsolete, obviously they're not saying that everybody's going to throw out their phone and we're going to go back and live like we're on Little House on the Prairie, unfortunately, because that's really the way to save humanity, would be to go backwards at this point, not forwards. But if the phone's going to be obsolete, people need to realize that what a brain-computer interface is, and this is technology inside of your body, and it comes via editing your genetics. So I'm covering this because now we're seeing a transition from Amazon Palm Pay to Amazon Palm scanning technology to bring up your personal information, your health information. This is a big deal. This is the beginning of getting people used to biometric data, using biometrics to have their personal information stored and then accessed, and then going from just even having palm payments to make a purchase to palm payments to bring up personal information like your medical records. And for anyone out there that's confused, maybe you're new to this, I don't expect everybody to know all the things that I've discussed over the years. This is what the Amazon Palm payment looks like for anybody out there that's not familiar. And this technology is already out there, and it's been out there for a few years and is used.
And regardless if you like it or not, you're gonna have to use it. You know, you're gonna have to use it. There's gonna be certain places where they're gonna say, well, look, you know, in a health facility, you got to go there, see your doctor. There's only gonna be one way how to identify yourself. So they're gonna register everybody, you know, with this palm reading shit and smart ID, which is your biometrics, you know, digital. And once you registered, you registered. So once you registered, right, think about it. I'm thinking about it, you know. When that time come for them to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, right, to receive a mark, you already registered. They just need to plug in, you know, or insert underneath the skin the micro C-hip. It makes so much sense. Them plugging in a micro C-hip and then telling you to get into the next line or go back to where you came from. It makes sense. It makes sense. We can see it even more clear now. You know, jokers scoff. Oh, they gonna put a microchip in you. Come on, man. There ain't no microchips. Ain't no microchips. Right? It's June. Ain't no microchips. Now you can see it. You already gonna be registered. Salakia. Okay, Salakia for that. Had to take that call. Alright. But you can see it now. You can clearly see it. You're gonna be registered already before they insert that micro C-hip. So when they insert that micro C-hip, all they do is register you to your biometrics that's already registered in the database. You know? So it's nothing for them to just go, you know, push it in you. You know, you consenting to it, and they put it in you, and then you move on. It's like cattle. All right, just like cattle, right? You in line, just like sheep. They stamp you, just like a cow or sheep, and they tap you on your back. Get out of here. You go right over there back where you came from. You can see it now, man.
Places like Whole Foods.
Meet Amazon One, the fast, convenient, contactless identity service that lets you enter, identify, and pay using only your palm. Signing up is simple. Sign in with your Amazon account and create your free profile.
Man.
Take a photo of your palm.
And you know something, man? I'm thinking about those who fell out of this truth. You what brothers say, fall out boys, and you fall out women that fell out, and you knew about all this, you know, the fear that's gonna come upon them when they gotta use their palm, and they already know that this is gonna happen, but they denied it because they didn't want it to come true because of their own wickedness and sins. You know, they gave up. Let me bring this out real quick. You know, I'm just kind of, you know, I'm kind of little, it's for my next lesson, but anyway, I'm gonna bring it out. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse 12, right? Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. That's right, the ones that are afraid. Oh, I don't want no trouble. You know, when you know to do what's right, but you're afraid of the mind control. You're afraid of what other people may think. Okay, you want to be down with the crowd. You don't want to be looked like you are outsider. So what you do is you try to protect your image to look cool, right? To be down. That means you justify wickedness. It says, woe to the fearful hearts and faint hands. Faints is tired. Oh, you tired now. Oh, you did 9 years, close to 10. You want to change your life now. Oh, I want to change. I don't want to live like this. I want to live my life better. Women leaving their husbands and shit to be with other men. Women leaving their husbands to be a side chick to another nigga. Women leaving their husbands to be a side chick to another nigga. And I mean a nigga, you know? You leave your husband, because if he's your husband, y'all taking care of bills together. Y'all getting through life together, right? Y'all taking care of one another. You know, may not be the best, but y'all getting by. You know, you faithful to him to a degree. You know, you lay your head next to him. He drilling you almost every night, right? You leave that man to go be a side chick to another, to a nigga. It says, woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Sinner, hey, you call yourself, you know, I want to serve the Lord, but you're a willful adulterer. You're a willful adulterer. You can't help yourself, right? A sinner that goes two ways, double-minded, right? It says, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. And that was the point. You faint-hearted, or you tired. You know, you want your life to change. I want to live like this. I want a woman to say, I want a man to treat me like this. You know, or you niggas. Yo, I got to get my money up. Yo, I'm missing out here. You know, shit, I got to get that bag. It says, woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. This because you don't believe. That's why. You know, I heard this already. Yeah, I know what the Lord gonna do. I fear the Lord. No, you don't. If you fear the Lord, you wouldn't. Your actions would show if you fear the Lord. That's all around the board, you know. It says, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. And I'm gonna just leave it there. You're not gonna be defended when this time comes. So, like I said, I was thinking about the fallout boys, those or the fallout women that once tasted this gift and then they looked back and went back into the world to their own vomit, you know, because this is gonna scare the hell out of everybody, especially those that are in the knowing, even those of the Bible, you know, what's that Bible thumping group, the Christians that know about the M.O.T.B, so-called Christians of the churches, the government churches. They know about the M.O.T.B. I could see certain places saying, okay, we got another way to identify yourself, but this is a deadline. Until this date, you only gonna have to be registered, and you know. So they making a way. E is wise as hell, yo. E is really diligent. It makes sense. You're gonna be registered before you get that M.O.T.B. It makes sense. I could see that, you know. I can see that. I can see it. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So when they go to, or you know, over there. You know, just like cattle. They show this in certain movies and shows. That one movie didn't come out. I think they killed the writer of the movie or the director or whatever the case may be. But remember that when they showed military, and they had the boy getting micro C-hip and his mother and all that stuff, and they had him in line and they chip him, and then they look up and they know they done got the they got the mark of the beast, and then they tap him and they get out of here and they move to the next line or whatever. Yeah, makes sense. Let's continue.
Or both palms. Then visit any Amazon One device to enter, identify, or pay with your palm, and we'll activate your profile. Get started today.
If you don't have your wallet, there's no problem. Just scan your palm to pay.
Amazon One is a payment system that has been tested at several stores around the Bay Area, and now it may be coming to a grocery store near you.
Ground Force Justin Campbell has more on how it works and the privacy concerns.
Just show your palm real quick. We may scan it.
I hope you don't use that.
The idea of using your palm to pay doesn't feel right for this Whole Foods customer, but others like the idea.
I don't know who else can get into my palm really, but I'm not really against it.
The technology coming to the Bay Area Whole Foods stores over the next few weeks works like this. Amazon says no two palms are alike. They use vision technology. You hold your hand above the device, which scans and takes less than a minute to create a palm signature. Your palm is connected to your credit card online, so whenever you want to pay, all you have to do is hover your palm.
Too intense. It's a little crazy.
This customer is worried about privacy.
I think using your DNA and stuff
Hey, it's exciting me, man, because and all I've been thinking about more and more and more is the Lord bringing his wrath and bringing forth these prophecies. You know, it makes sense, you know, when the Lord, you know, he got you going through some things, and, you know, he making a way for you to escape as well through it, you know, but the emotion and the spirit that comes with it is especially when you doing what you got to do in the Lord to the best of your ability. It makes you want the kingdom even more. And that's why I'm excited right now, because when I hear this stuff like this, it's like the Lord is moving the chess piece. It's like you keep looking at the time. Let's say you at work, you look at the, you know, you be like, damn, I don't want to look at the time yet. Then when you look at the time, all right, shit, you start working. You want to look at the time, but you like, I don't want to look at the time. So you don't look at the time, because you know, your mind try to do that little trickery thing with your mind. Then when you finally look at the time, like, man, it's been a minute, man, fuck that. Ooh, you know, yeah, 30 more minutes, let's go. Then you get that boost of energy. It's like this, man, because woo, when the Lord, man, brings this fucking destruction upon you 2/3, man, when he lights your face up, man, it's gonna be beautiful, bro. It's gonna be beautiful, man. When that fear come again, you know, that fear come again, man, like it was in 2020. Let me bring this out, Salakia. Isaiah 32:5. The veiled person shall no more be called liberal, nor the chol said to the bountiful. The veiled person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. The instruments also of the chul are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. So this is the devil and his devices, and I'm talking about Esau, Edom, starting with your international bankers who call the shots and pull the strings, the house of Esau. That's who this world was given into, the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. That is Esau, Edom, without a shadow of a doubt. And their plans, right, and these devices is not for your benefit, even though it seems, oh, it's convenient, oh, it's easy, you know, oh, I like it. And even if you don't like it, you still gonna have to get down. You still gonna have to get down with the program, because this is the vision and the future they want for you. They want that power and control. The scriptures say they want to sit in the temple of the Most High and be as though they is the Most High. And I hope the Lord speed it up, man. Speed it up, man. Bring forth that wrath. Bring forth that vengeance. Let these people feel this. We are living in a wicked, and I mean wicked, a wicked world, wicked society, man. This is wicked, bro. I understand. We understand, us brothers, all right? And you few sisters understand when Lot was vexed in Sodom and Gomorrah, man. He was vexed. 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 We are vexed because this place gets worse and worse. This place is in need of a cleanse of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's wrath. It's in need. And it makes sense when Lot cried out. He was vexed. He prayed to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The scriptures say, set a mark on the foreheads of those that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So hopefully us brothers and you few sisters that are serious minded, not playing games, and I mean in action, not in words, okay? May Yahweh Bashim Yahushai exempt us, the hopeful elect, the elect, from his judgment. But it's going to be beautiful when he rain that terror upon these wicked people, bro. Anyway, the instruments also of the Chol are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. It says, but the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. This is talking to you women. And these women been so comfortable in doing wickedness that it doesn't make no sense. So comfortable in having the power to usurp authority over a man, it don't make no sense. So comfortable with no shame. The Lord said, rise up, you women that are at ease. These women are at ease. Leave their husbands to be a side bitch, a jump off for a nigga, for an adulterous nigga. That's what they do. And they don't feel no bad about it. They don't feel no bad about it. They actually excited about it because it's a new guy with a different preference, right? You know, his way of thinking and his worldly lifestyle. She, you know, attractive to him. Maybe because the way he looked, that's her type. And she's willing, you know, to ride the wave with him. And not realizing, this how the scriptures say you women are deprived of understanding. Not realizing that it's temporary. After a nigga fuck you enough, yeah, digging you enough, it's over with. All right. Anyway, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. So these women are supposed to give ear to the Most High speech, and the ones that's of the elect will. Many days and years you shall be troubled, you careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And that's what Donald Trump is here for, to take away your vintage, take away your gathering. He's rearranging things and making it more strenuous and hard. Women gonna need men. You're gonna need men eventually. These women about to suffer. It says, tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bear and gird sackcloth upon your loins. You're supposed to be mourning right now, not striving to try to win in this world. Living your life in a worldly manner. What the scriptures say I read yesterday in Romans 12, conform not to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, which is by the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. It says, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. So yes, we're getting closer.
It's just too much to give out.
There's a lot of different variables that need to be considered.
Ralph Aceves with Hacker Strike says in general the technology is safe, but he does have concerns.
The data that is being downloaded from the cloud to be able to know who you are based on your palm, stored on the device.
Amazon says palm images are not stored on the device. The images are encrypted and sent to the cloud. Aceves' other concern is phishing.
For example, at a grocery store, there's no one around, and someone could potentially replace that scanning device with a fake scanning device, just like they do today with credit readers,
And see, that's what we haven't seen yet. What E is opening up, he's opening up a new world for hackers, a new way to steal identity. Because these guys that are techie and real smart, learning how to work those devices with computers, this is going to be a fun and a new way of how to hack people and use people's identity. And they don't talk about that. So when you look at the video game Cyberpunk, when they came out with that a few years ago, that game teaches you how to hack certain shit. Everything dealing with technology, cyborgs, transhuman, you know, chips and microchips in people's body. You living in this crazy ass future, so-called future, but destroyed world. It was supposed to be the future, but it was destroyed. It was shitty. It was a shitty lifestyle, a shitty way to live, you know, even though it was high tech technology, you know, flying and different type of cars and hacking, but it was a shitty ass world.
Aceves says he believes the technology is the future because it's convenient for consumers.
Not my palm? Jeez, come on.
Reporting in San Jose, Justin Campbell, Cron 4 News.
So that's what they tell you the future of payments are. But what they're not getting out there yet is they're not informing you that this is the future of everything. The future of everything, what I believe is the mark of the beast, because all of this information is going to be embedded.
Okay, the mark of the beast, you know, and I'm gonna close it because it's pretty long now. The mark of the beast, the mark of the beast is that mark that is through the Greek word charagma, which I broke down earlier, something branded underneath the skin, which is that device, the micro C hip. That's what it is. What this is a database, which is the beast system, is a part of the beast system, the image of the beast. All E is doing is upgrading the beast system. All right, the beast system go back to the pagan Roman Empire. So that's all he's doing is upgrading it, taking us into this fourth industrial revolution. You know, cyborgs, AI technology, gene editing, transhumanism. It's simple. It's not rocket science. It's out there. It's out there. Brain microchips, Neuralink. Kyle Slobs in one of the forums a few years ago, he said, imagine sitting here and I will be able to feel you. You know, it sounds like Bane from Batman. But he basically sat there basically saying to the crowd, I will be able to read your thoughts. We will all be able to read each other's thoughts instead of using our mouths to speak.
Inside of your body via technology. The technology is going to move from being in your hand and on your wrist to being underneath your skin. In Revelation chapter 13, verses 16 through 17. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
That's right.
And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. Or
the hand on the forehead is just an indicator, meaning it's going to be placed in no positions of the body. We already got the brain chips, Neuralink already out, right? And then you got the micro C hip going inside the actual hand, whether it's the right or left. All right? Simple.
The name of the beast or the number of his name. And think about if all payments turn to biometrics, right? Because think about how right now they're forcing you to do all these things on your smartphone.
Music.
When you go to the airport, they expect you to pull up a QR code on your phone, right? Well, eventually you are the QR code. Because think about it. When they're saying, well, you got to go to the airport, we're not going to give you a physical ticket anymore. It's bad for the environment. It takes too long. Bring it up on your phone. We expect everybody to have a smartphone by now. And if you don't, well, I guess you can't fly, right? Pretty much that's what they're forcing people into. We're that really getting as close as possible to them printing out boarding passes, okay? So when you're at that point where you say, well, I got to go to the airport, I have my boarding pass on my phone, it becomes normal. They've gotten people conditioned into that, right? Well, then they're telling you that the phone's going to be obsolete. So if the phone's obsolete and these methods of payment, these methods of boarding passes, all these things that you see now that you do with your phone, even going to a restaurant, they make you scan a QR code to bring up the menu on your phone. Well, if the phone is gone, like Elon Musk and all these people say, where are you going to do all this stuff? Are we going to go back?
Hey, what is the real difference between those who dream and those who dominate? Well,
are you going to do?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, you know, just being funny. Let's go E. Let's go E. You know how the child chant, you know, chant in a football game or a basketball game. Let's go E. Let's go. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it, man. You know, don't give a damn how scary it is. Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, bring it to pass, because we getting up out of here. You know, and the wicked gonna get dealt with, man. The wicked gonna get dealt with, man. The Lord about to cleanse, man.
All this stuff. Are we going to go backwards then? Are we going to get rid of the phone, the paper menus again? Are we going to have boarding? No, of course not. Because biometrics and the mark of the beast tie in with one another. And anyone out there that says there are people who have already received the mark, I understand what you're thinking because you're close to the truth, or at least what I believe to be the truth. You have every right to disagree with me. But last I checked, when they rolled out that a couple of years ago.
All right, that's it right there. Yeah, we ain't gotta even talk about that. That's old news. But I'm gonna bring this out because this is very important since we on the prophecy. Revelations 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into a cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So for those who take it, you're going to be destroyed. Now let's read for those who don't take it, right? Which is the Most High's elect. This is Revelations 15 and 1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw as it were a sea of glass, mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, over his image, over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High, and they sung the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Yahweh, Lord God Almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints. Right? So the elect is going to get the victory. And for those out there that may say, oh, I'm not going to take it, I'm not going to take it, I'm not going to take it, it ain't about you. It's about the Lord putting that hedge over you for you not to take it. It's not your choice if you're going to take it or not, to be honest with you. It's not your choice. All right? It's not your choice. It's not your choice. Because jokers think that they got a choice. And I say that because I'm going to bring this out and I'll close. Revelations 3 and 10. It says, because thou, this is Yahweh Shai, our Lord speaking, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So the Lord said, because thou hast kept the word of his patience, he will keep you from the hour of temptation. That's that Jacob's trouble. When these devils start to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or his forehead, the Lord is going to have your back. Isaiah 65, he talks about how he said, my servant shall eat. He said, but you shall be vexed of spirit. All right, meaning 2/3 of the Lord's people, look, you're going to have to suffer the dreads, the wrath, and you're going to have to drink up, all right, the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Meaning no man taking your salvation, man. That crown, the men of the Lord, is also physical, because Esdras had the vision and he saw one taller than the rest, which was Yahushua, placing crowns upon the men's heads. All right. It says, verse 12, him that overcome will I make a pillar in the temple of my God, and he shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my God, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which come down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches. You know, so that's basically it, man. You know, so this is some exciting times. The water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for some more good news today. Another day of good news. These devils got, they just bring it, you know. Scriptures say, Revelation 12:12, he cometh down, have a great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Let's not forget about the doomsday clock, that they clock in their own doomsday, you know. So we almost out of here, man, and just we got to hold on and keep having patience, you know. And for those who fell away, may Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai deal with you. All right. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to my apostles, elder bishops here in Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom.